change in the weather. I don't want that. I don't want green screen. This is kind of interesting. Well, guys, we are live again from the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. And please join in if you're around. Wendy didn't like my piercing. She was shocked when she saw this piercing. What do you guys think of that piercing? Wendy knows I have a crazy sense of humor, so she's right behind me, watching over my shoulder. Wendy's always watching over my shoulder. What do you think? I gotta be a good boy. Cheers to you. It's a really warm afternoon here. See what time it is. I gotta pull out my watch here. I never know what time it is. Time's irrelevant here on the Gulf Islands. It's 2:55 p.m. 2:55 p.m. Pacific time here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. And Wendy, hey, how's it going, man? Abstract Tom, what do you think of that piercing? Wendy didn't like it. She didn't like my piercing. It rained in my area. Send some rain this way. Very dry here. Very, very dry. Actually, Wendy was doing art in the garden, and she is watering the garden right now. And you know what? I think there's actually rain tonight in the forecast, or maybe tomorrow, which is pretty rare in the summertime, but it might happen. Fingers crossed. So I hope we do get some rain. I work tomorrow early in the morning, and it would be good for the gardens I maintain. I maintain some pretty big gardens. So anyway, it's funny. Krista got home. She's been away, and she says, "Hey, Joe, put one of these in your..." It's fake. I did it to freak Wendy out. So I came up, I shot a video, and it just sits in there like that. And I wanted to see if she'd notice. I wanted to see her reaction. I brought her a latte. No, I'm not gonna wear it out. I'm just wearing it to goof around. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty warm here. It's probably about 78 degrees. And there's a little bit of an ocean breeze. I was out for a motorbike ride. I watered the part of the garden, went out for a motorbike ride, went to Ganges and then around town, and then back. And now Wendy's finishing off the courtyard. She was out there painting. She did some really nice artwork. You can see on the video the paintings that she did. She did really nice paintings, so she'll sell them at the market. So, but humidity, it seems a little higher today, but it's still pretty low. I'm going to guess it's probably about 50%, something like that. It's not like where you're sweating. Like I'm dry. You're not sweating out here. When there's high humidity, you're sweating. Right? We don't often get humid days here on the Gulf Islands in the summertime, thank God. And the breeze actually feels really nice. But when you're riding a motorcycle, you can feel all the warm and cool spots around the island. You're in front of I am? Oh, well, that's a picture of Wendy in the background. You like that? I think that looks pretty cool. I put that on. I got to choose. I was just playing around with it. It's like, yeah, that kind of came up. So I got to choose a picture. I said, that's good. I got Wendy looking over my shoulder. I got to watch it. I got to watch what I say here. She's watching me, right? She's actually not that far behind me. She's in the garden watering. So I can, I'll show you. I'll spin this around and I'll show you what Wendy's up to. It's even with the irrigation on it, just, oh my God, it's still really dry. So let's spin this around. Oh, there we go. Why did it not spin around? Oh, because it's a green screen. Ah, I want to get rid of it. How do you get rid? Oh my God, I got to figure out. I got to get rid of that somehow. How in the hell do I do that? That is really annoying. In my area, it's humid because the Gulf of Mexico, even though that is really annoying. In my area, it's humid because the Gulf of Mexico, even though it's far away. Okay, yeah, you guys get the humidity. We don't. Wintertime we do. We're lucky if we get 1 or 2 humid days all summer. So let's find out. I just don't want my internet to die. I'm getting far from the Starlink. She is way over there watering. See, she says it's dry in here. Is it dry?
Water the backside there.
Where?
Like in there.
Yeah, I will. I'll water in there. See, she's got her apron on. She's going to cook me some dinner. That's a good wife. She puts the apron on. She can cook me some food. No. That's what she's doing. That's why she wears an apron. You want to see her art? There's art. It is. There's a change in the weather. So here's some of her artwork. 28 years old. Give me advice. Loser from the village. 28 years old. Give me advice. My youngest son's going to be 25 next week. My daughter's 31 and my oldest son's 30. What? So give you some advice. What can I say to a 28-year-old? Live free. Don't obey. Don't comply to nonsense the government tells you to do, and try to live a healthy lifestyle. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Don't do drugs. How's that? And have a lot of good hobbies. Like, hey, here's painting. Look at the painting. Wendy, that's my wife. She does the paintings here. She does artwork. She is an artist. So you're still young. I'm 61 years old, and her and I are about the same age. Women don't like to talk about their age, but she looks young. She looks pretty young, that gal. And that dog, in human years, is about 84, right? So he's 12. He's over 12 years old.
Why would a 28-year-old want advice?
Well, nobody knows how old I am. I am 61 years old, but I'm going to give you advice. Don't do drugs. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Work out. Go to the gym. You got the like and subscribe. I got the like and subscribe. You liked and subscribed to your... This is... thank you, man. The dog is oldest. Yeah, the dog is oldest technically. He's over 12 years old. April 3rd was his birthday, and he turned 12.
Yeah.
Look at how... Where do you live, Mr. Where do you live, loser? Hey, Mr. House, good to have you in there from Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. She's watering. Look at this car. Where does loser from the village live? Do you know where we live? We live, where do you think we live? Where do you think I am broadcasting from?
Where does the loser from the village live?
Well, Wendy wants to know where the loser from the village lives. Where do you think I'm broadcasting from? What?
Do you live in our village?
Do you live in our village? We actually have a village here, you know that? Like, we're unincorporated where we live on this small island. And our village is actually a village. It's I'm from Israel. Oh, cool. Wow. Israel. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for liking and subscribing. It's actually her channel. It's actually that beautiful lady's channel right there. And I do live streams for her. Well, no. Here. I do live streams for her to keep this thing going. It's hard to guess. Is it hard to guess with looking at these palm trees? So where do you think I am? Loser from the village, where do you think I am broadcasting from? Where do you think we live? Take a guess. Take a guess where we live. Some of these people in here already know, right? Some of the people that have been following me for a long time, for years, know where we live. Do you have any idea where we might be? Looking at the vegetation, does it give it away? Where do you think this is? I can tell you right now, it's really warm out here. Celsius, it's around, I think it's around 27 degrees Celsius out here. No, I'm not in the USA. I'm not in the USA, man. I can tell you that. But we're pretty close to it. Our island is not that far away from it. We're on an island. We're on a small island in the North Pacific, okay? And we're off the far southwest coast of Canada. That's where we're on the southern Gulf Islands off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. Okay, so look that up, the southern Gulf Islands. That's where we live. We live on a small Gulf island here off the far west coast, southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. And it's a really beautiful area of Canada, much different than the rest of Canada, right? So, because you don't really expect to see these things in Canada, these things growing, right? But they... It's the warmest year. I would say it's the highest year-round temperatures in Canada would be on this island. Winter temperatures are mildest, right? When you come out into these islands for Canada. Well, yeah, the Okanagan, the desert regions get really, really hot. But this area in the winters are pretty mild, right? Usually mild and wet. And once in a while we can get some snow. And but the snow never really lasts that long. But we are on Salt Spring Island, okay? So you can look that up. Table Salt, Bouncy Spring Island, Salt Spring Island. And technically we are a direct line off the coast of Washington State out in the ocean here. So if I was to draw a line, thank you, Mr. from the village. If I was to draw a straight line latitude over across the water to the mainland, we would be in Washington State. Our property here would be across from Birch Bay, Washington. The south end of our island would be across from Bellingham, Washington. So it's a pretty unique island with some pretty unique vegetation, right? And you can see some of the beautiful trees that grow here. Those are the native trees up there, native arbutus trees. And arbutus, they have red bark that peels like eucalyptus. And it's a very quiet island. Very, very quiet island. No traffic lights. No street lights. When the lights go out at night, it's very, very dark. So Wendy's lived here for quite a few years. She's going on, I think she's lived here 22 years now, going on 23 years. And I've been here over 32 years, living here full time. Right? So yeah, it's a nice place. I like it. But you know what? Sometimes it's time to move on. And if we do move, we're going to move over to the big island, right, Kahu? There's the little dog. There's the little dog. And he's soaking up the heat. Thank God a cloud came by, right, Kahu? That's Kahu. There's his name. That's how to pronounce his name right there. Kahu. It's short for Kahu'lave. So he's an old dog. He's not a puppy. Some people look at that dog and they think he's a puppy. So heaven. Yeah, you know, these islands, there's a lot of islands out here. And this is one of many. So I'm going to spin this around. And I might even put the green screen on. Let's spin that around. There we go. Yeah, so we're on the largest. We are on the largest of the Southern Gulf Islands, okay? And I'll tell you, the Southern Gulf Islands consists of our island, Salt Spring Island, the farthest southwest. And then there's across from us is Galliano Island. But in between Galliano and us is Wallis Island. And then south of Galliano is Main Island. And then there's Pender, North Pender, South Pender. And what other one? Oh, Prevost Island. Saturna Island. So there's a lot of islands around here. There are actually thousands of islands off the southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. So I like to do these live streams so people can see, well, you know, palm trees do grow in this part of Canada. And on this property, there are thousands of palm trees. That's no lie. I'm not BSing you. There are thousands of palm trees on this property. So the current time here is 3:06 p.m. Pacific time on our island. And current temperature around 27 degrees Celsius or so. There's a light ocean breeze coming off the Pacific Ocean. And humidity, actually the humidity I think has gone down a bit. I'm going to say it's in the 40%, something like that, 40, maybe 45%. So yeah, nice laid back place to live, lots of fresh air here.
Joe, do you want to take this and water sort of after I'll
Shut it off. I'm live streaming. Said hi. Oh, hey, how's it going there? Keep it real. Keep it real. 5:09 Central Time. Yeah, Abstract Tom is in the Windy City, land of Lincoln, Chicago, so it's 2 hours ahead. Said hi right back to Ima. And where were you again, Ima? Were you in California? I'm trying to think where Ima was. Were you in California? I'm testing my memory here, right? My memory's bad. So, loser is from, I don't want to call you a loser. That's nice. Bro, I saw you on Breaking Bad. You saw me on Breaking Bad. Was I the guy cooking the stuff in the Winnebago? What was his name? Peter? It's funny. Oh, you're in Florida, right? That's cool, man. You're in the Sunshine State. I'm in Florida. I watched that, man. Breaking Bad was great. Peter, I think that was the dude, right? He was kind of like the scientist dude, and he turned really kind of badass. And he was cooking. And, oh, yeah, go ask Saul. Go ask Saul. That was his lawyer, right? Saul. Actually, they made a show out of that. They actually made a show out of that. Go ask Saul. Because I know Wendy was watching it. Yeah, that was a good one, man. I like Breaking Bad. You knew it was me. Some people say I more look like Bill Goldberg. Like my tooth? Some people say I look like Bill Goldberg. I don't know. Do I look like Bill Goldberg? You know Bill Goldberg is the wrestler, right? You seem the badass type. You have to ask my girl about that. Am I the badass type? Yeah. But never judge a book by its cover, right? But yeah, I used to get into a lot of mischief when I was younger. But now I'm an old dude, right? How much mischief can still get it? Yeah, Bill Goldberg. Yeah. It's funny when I would be on the beach in Maui, I'd be people would come up to me and say, "Hey, Goldberg." They'd nickname me Goldberg, right? And I says, "Yeah, Goldberg." I mean, that's a compliment because I like Goldberg. I thought he when I used to watch that WWE stuff. Here the time is 1:19 p.m. 40 Celsius. Holy cow. Wow, it's hot there, man. He looks he's so in the longest yard. Oh, the longest yard. I think I saw that. Was that like a football movie? That was like a long time ago, right? Am I correct me if I'm wrong. The longest yard. I know the movie. I'm just trying to test my memory here. You know, when you reach my age, 61 years old, you forget about stuff sometimes, right? Yeah, it was a football movie, right? The Longest Yard. Was Goldberg in it? Was he in The Longest Yard? Wow. I used to watch him as a wrestler. I thought he was just kind of a badass wrestler. He had kind of this badass look about him, right? But it's funny, yeah, whenever I'd be at the beach with Wendy, they'd say, "Hey, Goldberg." Guys would call me Goldberg, and I says, "Goldberg? I don't think so." It was if I was gay, you definitely watchdog research. I like a good sense of humor, so I'll tell you what I did earlier. So Wendy's daughter got home, and she's got a piercing in her nose. I'm 61. Yeah, I'm 61 years old. I'm an old dude. So and I made Wendy a latte. And Wendy's out in the courtyard painting, and Wendy's daughter says, "Hey, Joe, put this nose ring in. Thanks a lot, Ima. I appreciate it, man. I'll take any compliment I can get at this age." And Wendy's out in the garden, and Krista, her daughter, says, "Hey, Joe, put this nose piercing in here, and go out and give her latte and see what she does." So I put this thing just sticks in here like this, like that. So I shot a video. You should have seen the look on Wendy's face. Thanks, Ima. Yeah, I'm 61 years old, man. I probably have kids older than you. My oldest son is 34, on his way to 35. February he'll be 35. And said hi, Abstract Tom. Abstract Tom, good to always have you in there, man. And Ima, good to have you in there. And Watchdog Research. You're 24. Oh, you're just a kid. You're just a kid, 24 years old. My daughter, Sammy, is 31. She turned 31 in April. My oldest son's going to be 35. And you know what? My youngest son, Ima, is going to be 25 July 13th. He's actually got a YouTube channel. You'd probably like him. My youngest son is a hip hop guy, dude. He writes his own music and he does videos, right? So his YouTube channel is called Blue Naughty, like BLU, and then a separate word, NOTTI, Blue Naughty. Trevor is a great artist. Yeah, so Abstract Tom watches my son, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he does make his own music videos. He was actually down in LA 2 weeks ago working because he does video editing for a company, right? So that's what Trevor does. He's how do they call that? One of those techie nomad dudes that can work anywhere. Does he do lives? No, he doesn't do lives. He used to when he was a kid. He's been YouTubing for a long time, but he's 24 right now. He's the same age as you, Ima. But he's going to be 25 July 13th, 25 years old. But you got to check out his videos, his rock videos, the music videos. He's actually pretty good. And he actually has real music videos he makes. So, yeah, check out his channel, Blue Naughty, capital BLU. And then the second word is capital NOTTI. I think that's, hey, Abstract Tom, could you write it in there for me, the link? You're good at that stuff. Blue Naughty, it's Trevor. And he's my youngest son. I just actually sent him a birthday card yesterday. But yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. Hey, Abstract Tom, because Abstract Tom watches Trevor's music, his videos. Trevor has been making YouTube videos probably since he was, I'm going to say about maybe 8 or 9 years old. Yeah, Blue Naughty. I think that's how it's spelled. So if you look that up, Ima, on YouTube, you will find him and you'll see his music videos. Starlink, there we're back again. Sorry, the Starlink crapped out on me. It's pretty bad when it does that. So anyway, check that out, Ima, and let me know what you think of Trevor's channel. Trevor's a cool dude, very cool dude. You'd like him. And So he does that. That's his job, video editing for a company. And then he does, he was doing DoorDash, kind of like where he would deliver stuff for a restaurant. Do you play any music? Yeah, heavy metal on Spotify. I sold my record collection a few years ago. I had about 700 or 800 albums, beautiful, mint shape, because we're going to move to Costa Rica and I didn't want to take them with me. I wish I would have kept them, but Wendy managed to keep a stack of them, all my AC/DC stuff. But I don't play any music. You know, I did take guitar lessons when I was a little kid. My oldest son, Ryan, he took guitar lessons. He was playing funny dad joke. Do you play any music? Yeah, well, you know what? Like I say, I have 3 kids. They're all grown up. So, like I say, my youngest kid is your age. He's 24,000. When turning 25 soon, or are you? Did you just turn 24? You, like I say, July 13th, he will be 25. He was born in 2000, new millennium, right? Millennial baby. And my oldest son's pretty cool too. My oldest son is totally straight edge, man. And you wouldn't know it to look at him. He's a bodybuilder. He's a power lifter. And yeah, he's never drank. He's never smoked drugs in his life. Never smoked. Is he handsome like his daddy? I don't know, man. You'd have to. I don't know if I'm handsome or not, but you'd have to go check out his video. He's a cool dude. He's a really nice guy. Do you know? Do you grow viper grass? No, I don't know viper grass, Tom. Tell me, give me the dirt. My birthday is coming up in... No way! You're kidding. So you're going to be 25, or are you going to be 24? Trevor's is July 13th, so that's next... geez, is it this weekend? Just a minute. The 10th is Thursday. 11th, 12th, 13th. He's on Sunday. Trevor's birthday's on Sunday. He's going to be... So actually, you can go to his YouTube channel on Sunday if you go to his channel and you can wish him a happy birthday. Say you watch his dad's live streams. This is actually, I was born, oh yeah, Trevor was born in 2000. So you're exactly the same age as my youngest son. That's how old I am. I have kids the same age as you. So that's pretty cool. Wow, awesome. So your birthday, so he's a Cancer. His astrology sign is Cancer. I'm Aries. Cumulus, the Viper's perennial plant, a Britain rare plant restricted to most. Oh no, I don't grow it, Tom. I have to look that one up, dude. That's just a kid. Loser. I like to hear you guys. You're young in my country. People get married. 15 years old. You're kidding. What? You're a Leo. Oh, okay. You're a Leo. So you're the end of, you're past the 21st of July then, Ima. The Toby, my oldest bro is totally straight edge too. That's cool, man. Good for him, the Toby. Yeah. Ryan, you'd look at the guy. He's got tattoos on him. He's got tons of big muscle. Like he's a big muscle dude, but straight edge, man. Even when he was in school, he was a skater. He was a sponsored skateboarder. He'd go to all these parties and stuff. He'd be drinking water. And he used to have a shirt that says straight edge. He's a totally good guy. He actually went down and lived in southern Texas for a while. He married a chick in Texas. And then he brought her back here. And they lasted a few years. And then they're not together anymore, unfortunately. She was nice, but I knew they wouldn't work out. He's more down to earth, and she was more like a sweet girl, but maybe a little bit more high maintenance. You know what I mean? But a beautiful girl. She was a Latina. Beautiful, beautiful girl. So then he was with another girl for probably 7, 8 years. Now he's with some other girl, beautiful girl too. So I am a keep it real. I see is that a little kitty or a dog in there? Anyway, good to have you guys in there. This is actually Wendy's YouTube channel, okay? So my YouTube channels are Banana JSSI and Jungle Joe C Video Gates. Latina from where? Weslaco, Texas, on the border of Mexico. So in southern Texas, that's where he lived, Weslaco, Texas. Hey, L from the village, is it true my grandmother got married when she was 14? That's kind of young. Oh, you're Colombian. Cool. I talked to Cartagena, and I talked to Cartagena in Colombia, and Medellin. Medellin I talked to on my two-way radio. I'll show you my radio room. I'll flip the camera around. So my other channel is a radio channel, one of them. So see that big antenna up there? And you see that little shack, that little shake shack? That's my radio room. And sometimes I talk to Colombia. I point that antenna. It's got a motor on it. I can turn it where I want. And there's a dude I talked to in Colombia. I've talked to Medellin. He lives in Medellin. He's an American dude. And I've talked to Cartagena. Those are the only... Oh, I talked to Bogota. I think I've talked to Bogota too. I've talked all over South America. Most of the time I'm talking to Brazil. Shack Shake is the great restaurant. Shack Shake isn't the great of the restaurant in my. Oh, Shack Shake. Oh, is there a restaurant called Shack Shake? Colombian, that's pretty cool. You know, I got a friend here too. He actually lived down in Colombia for about a year, and he loved it, man. He was in Cartagena. Yeah, he was in Cartagena too. And actually, my cousin, one of my cousins has a condo in Cartagena. Have you ever been with a Latina? No, I've never been with a Latina. I've been with a few girls. I mean, since I've been younger, right? It's been a long time, but never with a Latina. Let me just think. I don't think I have. I don't think I've been with a Latina. Not yet. And I can't anyway because I'm married. My family keep telling me to get married because I'm 28. You know what? You get married when you're ready to get married. The first time I got married, I was 22, and she was 19, and then I started dating her when she was 18. So I got married on the island of Oahu in the Hawaiian Islands, and then that's the first time around. I was married over 26 years. Second time around, Wendy and I got married on Maui. We got Maui'd, but I don't think I'd do it a third time. But you know, you get married when you're ready to, right? Whenever you're ready to. People are waiting now longer. Did you hear about how in Venezuela people are being forced to go to war because what? No, I never heard that. Wow, married at 22. Yeah, I was pretty young, 22. But you know what, Ima? I was married to her for over 26 years, and I was with her over 27 and a half years. And so, yeah, I was pretty young. I got together with her when I just turned 21. So we were together a long time. And then Wendy and I have been married for, how long have we been married for? We'll be married 9 years on November 30th. We got married on Maui. So first time around, I got married on one Hawaiian island, Oahu. And then the second time around, I got married on Maui, which was nice. We got married on the beach. First time around, I got married beside the beach, a beautiful little park. But I don't know. I guess that's pretty young in this day and age. Are you a captain for the Colombo family? Well, I tell you what, I am Italian, and I do have mafia ties. I can tell you that. Beautiful Maui, Maui no Kaoi. I love Maui. So Wendy and I would go there every year for a month in the wintertime. It was absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, the American dollar is worth so much money now, and this Canadian dollar sucks. Where I live, the Canadian dollar sucks, so we don't go to Maui anymore. Went to Alaska. Wendy went to Arizona in March, and then went to Alaska in May. Of course, I'm Italian. I am a WAP, yes. Reggio Calabria, Calabrese, southern Italy, right on the toe of the boot. They say here. I should actually show you. You want to see a picture of my relatives? And an old picture. The picture was taken over 100 years ago in the early 1900s. Okay, so my great-great-grandmother, my great-grandmother, but my grandmother wasn't born yet. Okay, my grandmother was born in 1903, and this picture was taken just before my grandmother was born. This is taken before my dad's mom. You're very strong to say that in front of your wife that you got married. No. I've never been with a Latina. And I've never been married 3 times. This girl I'm married to my second time. I've only been married twice. 2 times. You want to see? There's a beautiful lady. See this beautiful lady coming through here? There she is. There she is right there. That's all right. That lady right there, she's going in the house. I've only been married 2 times. Yeah. But you know what? Some people have been married 5 times. That ain't me. I ain't going to get married anymore. I'm done. After this, if something happens to this one, it's not going to happen. But not going to get married ever again. 2 times lucky. Who do you know? I tell you what, look up my family relatives. So my dad's uncles, and those guys are gone now. So the kid runs at the Penthouse in Vancouver. Just Google the Penthouse in Vancouver. It's a nightclub, strip club down on Seymour Street. It's been there since around 1948, 47, 48, and the Filipponis. Joe Filipponi was actually assassinated, execution style, back of the head, November 1983. She's on a mission. Yeah, she's on a mission. We have accommodations here, Ima. So we have people checking into one of our B&Bs here. So she's got to go deal with them. How old do you are in a great shape with your exercise routine? I work out 5 days a week. I'm in the gym. I have my own gym. I've been working out since I started. I got my first set of weights in September 1981. So it would have been early to mid-September 1981. I bought it from a guy I worked with. It's like maybe 250 pounds of weights. They're kind of plastic with the concrete in them, cheap Sears weights or whatever. And then I went crazy into it. I kind of dabbled in it in 1981 when I was 17, but I got really heavily into it in like 1983. So I've been working out religiously since 1983, and I've done lots of martial arts too. Like I've done judo when I was a kid, karate, and I did taekwondo for a long time. Lots of taekwondo. So if you keep active, you will stay in shape, right? That's the key. Keep active. Don't smoke. I don't. I have a beer once in a while, and I don't do drugs. Right? Could you show us your gym and what you do for a living? I'm retired. I'm actually retired, dude. I was Parks Department for years, and I retired. I had a pretty good government job. I got a gym in the basement. I got weeder. When the guests aren't here, I'll go down into the basement and I'll show you. I go for walks and ride my bike. See, that's good, man. And you know what? If you walk and you ride your bike, that's good. And it doesn't matter how much you lift. I'll show you my Bowflex. Here, I'll show you. Come here. I can't show you my other weights because they're in the basement and we got guests there. So I'll show you my Bowflex Ultimate too. My other gym is in the basement here, and it's all weeder bench and York weights, steel plates, barbells, dumbbells. This one here, this is it. This is the fan to keep us cool at night. So this is a Bowflex Ultimate 2, and this one I do every second day. These I do every day. These are the hardest ones you can get, right? Those I do every day. Every day I've been doing those for 40 years. But so every second day, so every second day I'm on this, and every other day I'm down in the gym on the free weights, right? But that's the Bowflex Ultimate 2 gym at the end of the bed, and then down in the basement I got all my free weights set up with a bench and all that stuff. So one day I'll be on the free weights, the next day I'm on the Bowflex, and then I do that 5 days a week. I used to work out 7 days a week when I was younger, and I'd be in the gym for a long time. But when I'm older, I don't need to be in there that long. No, I don't jump rope, but I'm very, very active. Like I ride bike and I hike. I do lots of hiking and stuff like that. Yeah, that's where the magic happens. That's right, lots of magic. Although Wendy's got kids from another marriage, right? Wendy's kids are, her daughter lives with us. She rents a room from us. She's 30, she's going to be 39 in October, and then her son is 41. So Wendy's a little bit older than me. I'm 61 and Wendy's 65. But jumping rope is good. I just spilled a cold plunge. It's fantastic. Oh, cool. I do cold plunging. I do cold water plunging. I like cold water swimming. So right through the winter months, Wendy's daughter actually got me into it. Jory's, hey. Love and blessings. Beautiful. Hope you have an amazing. Hey, this is nice, man. Jory's Game Bites. Hey, nice to have you in there, man. Shaka Wave from the Gulf Islands. Can you pull out your... I don't even think I have a six-pack. I mean, I got a tummy, but I don't think I have a six-pack. I don't have a six-pack, but I got a flat tummy. I used to have a six-pack when I was younger. I'll show you. Do you want to see a picture of me when I was younger? Do you? No, I don't eat chips. I don't eat potato chips. I don't really eat junk food. When I was younger, do you want to see a picture of me when I was younger? My ex-wife took it about over 40 years ago. I'll show you. Wait here, okay? Actually, you know what? We'll take this with me, and hopefully it doesn't die. Let's just take this, and I'll show you a picture of my relatives. I'll go into my radio room, okay? So let's go this way. Yeah, I do pull-ups and all that stuff. But if you do it all the time, the easier it gets, right? Of course, the first time it's going to be hard, Tom. But the more you do it, the easier it gets, like riding a bike or swimming or whatever. So let's go into the man cave here. Picture my that guy's 4 years old now, that kid. That's my oldest son. That was a while ago. Where is it? Is it here? Not there. Hang on. Hopefully my thing doesn't die on me. Hopefully it doesn't die on me. Let's see what we got here. Hang on. I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Okay, here's a picture of me when I was a lot younger, okay? There's when I was really ripped and I was really big time into martial arts. You can actually see some of my belts hanging in the closet. So that's when I was 21 years old. I used to be really ripped when I was younger, so that picture was taken, over 40 years ago when I was a lot younger and I had hair even, eh? Right? So there you go. Not as cuddleable. My ex took that for me a long time. She says, Joe, flex, take a picture. So I was more into the martial art body, right? You know, I like, you know, didn't want huge muscles, but I wanted enough muscle. I'll show you what Italian relatives look like here. Okay, so this is a happy Italian family. There's my Nono in the background, tall guy. There's my dad when he was a kid in the 30s. There's my Nana right there, and there's my aunt. She just died at 101 years old 2 years ago. That's my dad's oldest. There we go. We're live again. Sorry about that, guys. Dang. Okay, now we're back. Okay, so sorry about that. The Wi-Fi died out because I went to the man cave. And when you go into the man cave, it's too far from the Starlink. So, yeah, she died at 101 years old. And, well, thanks, Big Sexy. I have a very fast metabolism, so I'm skin and bones. Forget about your art. Oh, we're live again. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You might have to sit out
Okay,
there.
I got to sit out here. Let me put this on. Where did I go? I'm sorry about that loser from the village. You know what? It is nice out here. You know what happens? We have Starlink here, and if I get too far from the Starlink, then it dies on me, and then the connection is lost. So my connection was lost. I went into my radio room, into my man cave, and the connection was lost. So Starlink is on the roof, way over there, and I don't know. I just can't go that far from it. Unfortunately, I'd love to show you through the garden, but anyway, that's the way it goes. But yeah, there's really a change in the weather. I'm going to show you the clouds coming in. We got these black clouds. Oh, it's supposed to rain. It is supposed to rain out, which is good for the garden and good for the temperature's absolutely awesome. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back live streaming, and I think I'm going to do a green screen. Let's do one where Wendy's kind of behind me here. That one. I kind of like that one. Oh, it's going to rain now. Yeah. I think it's going to rain here now. It's not tonight. It's going to rain. Not right now, but it's coming in, man. It's coming in fast. And the weatherman said rain. I just checked out the weather. He says there's rain in the forecast. So, and then we're back to. Hey, check out this background I have. I put you in the background, so you're actually kind of watching over my shoulder. I got a green screen, but I can actually put you in the background. It looks like you're watching me.
Watching you.
They can't see. Oh, you can. Oh, that's so bizarre. But look at
that.
Look at that. So there's the real McCoy.
Oh, I like it.
And there's AI.
That's interesting, right?
It's kind of cool. You can
Isn't
do
that weird?
You can do any one you want. Watch this. You go here,
Yeah.
and then you go along here and you change. So I could
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
I could put the dog in the background. Watch this.
It's funny.
Done.
Oh, there's Kathy.
I could put a little dog in the back.
giant
That's kind of
dog.
green screen. How do I add green
like
screen
that.
in YouTube streams? You go down to the right-hand side of the phone, of the iPhone, and there's like a little person icon, like shoulders up kind of thing with a round head on it, and you hit that. So let's see. Oh, here, check out this one. Check out this one. This is a cool one. Bigfoot. You guys like Bigfoot? We were over StreamYards is great for YouTube live streams. Yeah, I'm just using Wendy's Android phone, but that's pretty cool. That Bigfoot, eh? This was in a guy's yard when we went over to Vancouver Island a week ago or so, and we looked out this windows of this house we were looking at. It's like, oh my God, check out that. I'm gonna try some more here. I'm just playing around. Let's see. Oh, there's Wendy's mom and sister. I could put them in there. There's Wendy's mom. That's Wendy's mom right there. And it's hard to see the rest of them. So there's Wendy's mom. She was over there a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go change it to, let's see. Done. That's Wendy's mom. That's a better picture of Wendy's mom. Pretty good. She's just about 90 years old. She looks pretty good, doesn't she? She's 89 years old. That's Wendy's mom, Grace. You know, the weird thing is my mom's name was Grace too. And then there's a picture of Wendy's sister, but it doesn't show. It only shows the mom because they're beside each other. So that's Wendy's mom. And what else do we have here? My friends. I'm going fishing with those guys. She's 89 years old. Yeah, 89. But I'm sure she'll make it to 98. And then here's Wendy's granddaughter. This is Wendy's granddaughter, Lola. She's 19 years old. I'll show you another picture of Lola. Picture of Lola. Let's see, where are we? Oh, no, Wrong one. Wrong one. There. Lola. There's Lola. I guess it was her birthday. Fishing is great. Yeah, I love fishing. I took a free ferry in Wisconsin, the Merrimack ferry, and it was part of the highway. Oh, cool. Well, you know what? That should be part of the highway department. When I was on the ferry yesterday, the car in front of us was British Columbia, but the car in front of that was from Wisconsin, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm seeing Wisconsin plates here now. Let's see what else we have here. I can do the green screen thing. Oh, is that Wendy's sister? Or is that her mom? Let's see. That's where Wendy's mom lives, up there in the Sunshine Coast, which is very nice. And there's Kahoo, me. We were over biking the other day. There's a bunch of us bikers on the ferry. Bunch of bikes. There's 8 of us on the ferry boat, right there. It's the simple life here. It is the simple life here. There's Adam. Good to have you in there, man. I'm just playing around with the green screens here. I'm putting different screens on here. Here's some of the bikes on the boat. There was a bunch of us on the boat the other day. Let's just see. Where are we? There. Oh, I don't want that one. I want that one. Yeah, there was like 8 of us. There's my bike right there. That's my bike right there. You see that one? Yeah. And then I can just get rid of those and I can... Unbelievable, this frickin' Starlink. Let's just see, where am I? Gotta go this way. Come on, Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi issues again. Sorry about it. Staying off the grid. What's this? Staying off the grid? Look, we have a homosexual in there. Staying off the grid. There's a homosexual in there. Well, you can come in here if you want. I don't give a shit if you're homosexual or not. Doesn't matter to me. What's wrong with... Yeah, the Wi-Fi. And you know the thing is... Pops out like this, man. You know, when you pay $160, there's the Starlink right there. And it just keeps crapping out on me. Staying off the grid. Staying off the grid. Staying off the grid is a troll, right? You're always going to get a troll in there, and you get some goofball like staying off the grid in there. Some 15-year-old zit-faced punk sitting in his mummy's basement and daddy's basement trolling, right? And if he was to come face to face with me and say that, you know, he would never say it, right? He'd never say that to me face to face.
There you go. Oh my God, did you already have one?
What? I did.
Oh shoot.
I had one a while ago. It was a while ago. That's okay. Look at that. What a great wife. She just brought me a cold cerveza. What a great wife. And if I was a homosexual, I wouldn't be with a woman. Okay? No, there's a troll in there. Some troll in there. He says, look, everyone, it's a homosexual. And I says, well, unless she's a tranny, then I'd be a homo. But she's not a tranny. That's actually a real woman right there. That's actually a real lady. Okay? So...
Crazy world.
Yeah, he better look in the mirror. Goofballs, huh? I have a problem with Starlink, which, yeah, you know what? I don't get it, Adam. You know, like you say, we pay $160 a month for this thing, and it should not die out like this. And I didn't really go that far from the Starlink thing in the window, where it is in the window of the living room, and it still died out on me. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I got to move it to the other end of the house. Maybe I got to move it to this end of the house. But I mean, I like Starlink. It's better than our local. Our local internet sucks, man. It is actually terrible. It's the worst internet. So she brought me a cold beer. I don't even rarely drink beer, but you know what? She brought me a cold beer because it's a hot day. You know what? When you check out these guys' channels here, it says staying off the grid. Most of these guys don't have any content, so. But I'm going to check out his channel after. I'll make sure to leave a comment. But anyway, yeah, ours is TELUS here. We have TELUS Wi-Fi, and it's really bad. The Starlink app on my phone helped set up the oh, it did. Oh, maybe the angle is wrong. See, it came with a little brace on the back of it. It's like a rectangle, and it's not. I won't say it's a dish, but it's like a flat piece of melamine board, and you know it's not very big. And there's just this little brace on the back. So do you think possibly the angle is wrong? Is that maybe the problem? Maybe I got to raise it up or something like that. I didn't use the phone. I set it up with our computer in the house. I just basically put it on the roof and put the controls in the window on the windowsill, ran the wire through the window, and I went onto my internet and it said Starlink, and we hooked it up, and it was that easy. I'm not a techie. And Wendy's not a techie either. So the Starlink was really easy to set up. That's what's wrong with mine over the winter. Oh, he says maybe the angle's wrong. Okay, I'm just telling that to Wendy. My wife and I give the company for every about $10. I do engineering projects like, oh, cool. Oh, so you're an engineer. Nice. Good job. Yeah, that's a really good job. No, I took on a part-time job in retirement, so I worked 3 days a week. Now, I took a whole year off when I retired, and then I took on a part-time job too. Just about, it'll be November 1st, it'll be 3 years, right? Wi-Fi in Israel is a lot better than my Wi-Fi here. Our Wi-Fi is not so good. We actually don't even have cell service here at this location. Do you know that? Where we are on this island, we're so remote, we don't even have cell service here at this location. But if you go down the road, it'll beep. That's when you start. I know I should actually make a mark on the telephone pole where there's cell service, because we have accommodation guests check in and they say, hey, I can't talk on my cell phone. I says, because there's no cell service here. You're not going to get any unless you go down the road. So I should actually put a X or something on the post. Now, say, go down to that one with the blue X on it, and that's where you get your cell service, right? But yeah, we can't actually talk on a cell phone here. Isn't that crazy? But Wi-Fi, yeah, it's kind of crappy too. The regular Wi-Fi is super slow, really, really slow internet service here. It sucks, man. It's not good. Little beetle there. Anyway, cheers to you guys. It was nice of Wendy to bring me a blonde ale. 15-minute drive to get cell service out of my way. Yeah, it's not 15 minutes. It's about I'm going to say from our driveway, about 20 or 30 seconds if you had to drive it. Really, it's probably maybe 30 seconds to drive. You can walk there. Actually, if you just walk there, you'd get cell service, but it's a pain. And that's the way it is here on this island. You know, this isn't the only place. There's other areas on this island where they don't get cell service. And then there's other areas where it's absolutely awesome. If you go to town, not a problem, right? And if you go up to Channel Ridge, way far from here, there's cell towers, but I don't know if there's mountains in the way that block stuff out. That's the problem here. There's a lot of mountains and hills, right? So, but we tell them, you know, when they come here, a lot of people like to be unhooked from everything when they come here to Salt Spring Island. Like no TV, none of that stuff. They just want to kick back, relax, and listen to nature. So a lot of people come here from the city, and we've had people from all over the world stay here. Really, seriously, we have had people from all over the planet stay in this B&B. I think the coolest one was that two different couples stayed here from Hawaii. You know, we have a Hawaiian sign out front I carved with the chainsaw. It says, Aloha I komo mai. And the guy stood there, and I could tell he's like Polynesian by looking at the guy. And he says, oh man, that's Hawaii. He says, I'm from Honolulu. I says, cool. So I showed him around the garden. I gave him a little bit of the Hawaiian history here too, which was nice. So, and then somebody else from Hawaii stayed here. I've had people from Ireland, England, Africa, you name it, stay in these accommodations. I can't even tell you how many people have stayed here over the last decade. And then Wendy ran accommodations up from Ganges, the village, for years before she opened up these ones here. She had 3 B&Bs. So that's her thing. That's not my thing. But sometimes I do have to check people in when she's not here. And I do actually have to be Mr. Chambermaid and clean the rooms and stuff like that. You know, don't really like doing it, but I have to do it. I do it for her. Like Saturday, sometimes, and it's rare that we have a check-in on a Saturday. Most people will check in on a Friday. But if they've been here from a Monday to a Friday and they check out, then I got to clean the rooms and stuff and get it ready for the next one. How much you need time to be in the city? Well, we're far. There's no cities here. There's actually no cities here, loser, on this island, okay? Nothing. It's a village. We're unincorporated. This island does not have a mayor, does not have a council. It's a free-for-all. You can do whatever you want on this island. There's no real rules and regulations because we're on this little island out in the Pacific Ocean. And yeah, there's just no rules and regulations like the city, which might be a good thing sometimes. I don't know. It would be different if it was municipality. I don't know. It might not be a good thing because there would be more rules and regulations. But This NDP government, the government we have in BC is not good, and they're cracking down too. So it's a very laid back place. There's no such thing as pay parking here. You're not going to get a parking ticket. You can camp anywhere you want. When I go to work in the morning, I see camper vans parked here and there along pullouts on the side of the road, camping. There are campgrounds here, but if you no, he's in Israel. He's a long way away. But if you don't want to pay, people do that. I mean, there's one this morning, there was a van parked beside the road. There was one on North Beach Road the other day, like a Winnebago parked there by the mailboxes, and they had their bump out pushed out. It's not a good thing to do. I don't advise you to do it. I don't advise you to do it, but some people do it. And if you do it for too long, then the rednecks will take care of you. We have a lot of rednecks here. So if you wear out your welcome on this island, the locals actually deal with you. Not the police, the locals, right? The locals will deal with you. So there was a van, I'll tell you a story. There was a van that was parked in town, and the guy was camping on the side of the road in town for probably about 3 weeks. And, then people started, telling me, you got to get out of here. And I guess he didn't want to go. Next thing you know, broken windshield, broken back windshield, and then they set it on fire. Then the local rednecks went down there and they burnt up the guy's van. That's the way people deal with stuff on this island. And actually, Wendy's got a video of it. It's on this YouTube channel. There's a video of the van burning up in flames on the side of the road in town. Then, after that guy was gone, it was burnt it to a crisp. It was a minivan. A Winnebago parked there, and it was there for about 2 weeks. Next thing you know, broken windshield. That's what locals do. If they get sick and tired of you just, taking advantage of the island, threw a rock through the back window, the front window, and then they started smashing the windows and graffitiing it, and then it got towed away. So that's what happens if you wear out your welcome and you're camping for too long where you shouldn't be. You should actually be in a designated campground. So the locals take matters into their own hands, and not just all the locals. There's rednecks here. We have some pretty good rednecks here. Hey, Abstract Tom, have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming in, and have a great day in Chicago tomorrow, because I know you guys are a couple hours ahead of us over there. The Windy City. Abstract Tom is a longtime viewer from beautiful Chicago. Actually, Krista went to Chicago. Wendy's daughter was there last summer. She drove through Chicago. She thought it was pretty wild. Yeah, I think she stayed overnight there too. She did a road trip. But anyway, yeah, so that is bad. Yeah, it is. The locals here actually take care of you. Have a great day, Abstract Tom. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you coming in too. It's pretty awesome. And it's always good to have all you guys in there. And I just hope the live stream keeps going and it doesn't crap out on me. I don't understand what makes it crap out. Like I say, I'm not a techie. If I could fix it, I would. Maybe like Adam says, maybe it's the angle of the Starlink. Maybe it has to be up more. It's on an angle, like let's say here's the roof, and it's up about kind of like that, something like that. Danny, oh gee, said hi. Well, I say hi right back. I'm saying hi. I'm saying aloha. I'm saying shaka wave. Shaka, right? A lot of people do that here. So good to have you in there, Danny. And you know what I do with live streams? Every night I go onto the live streams and I just scroll through and I stop and I say hi to people. There's a few of them that I actually watch in there. I like Adventures with Raz. I love that one. I kind of like ASMR where they talk really softly, really softly. It makes me want to sleep. That one. And then there's a guy I stop at one of his live streams, and he stacks cups. Have you ever seen that guy? He's like super fast. He's got a bunch of cups and he stacks them like in seconds. He's got like 10 cups and he's like so fast with stacking these cups. He's like a magician. So I stop at that one and I leave a comment. Then there's a redneck dude I watched in Virginia. I watch him every night and I always say hi, and then I kind of just scroll through. There's some blonde chick. We're reconnected. See, it died again. Anyway, saying hi to Danny OG. And Abstract Tom is gone. And Loser from the Village. You can't be the loser from the village. I'll just call you the dude from the village, okay? The dude from the village. So are you in Jerusalem or Bethlehem? If you're in Israel, are you in one of the big... there's a lot of history in Israel, man. Israel would be a cool place to see. If I had to go anywhere in the Middle East, I would like to see Israel. Would be good. That'd be nice. That'd be a really nice place to see just the history in Israel. Goes back thousands and thousands of years, man, and just the old buildings and all the cool stuff and the date palms and all the stuff that I like is in Israel. And I think the food is good too, right? You got good food in Israel, right? I know Italians got good food. I don't know. You guys like Italian food? my dad's sister, my dad's oldest sister, which was my Aunt Mary, and she died at 101 years old. She used to make the best food. Like she would make authentic Italian food. And you go over there, even when she was in her 90s, and she says, Joey, what can I make for you? And I said, you don't have to do anything for me, Auntie Mary. I come over here, chit chat with you. And no, let me make you something. So she'd start cooking me something, and it was so good. That is true. Yeah. Doctor is Jewish, right? So my doctor goes to Israel. He loves Israel. Spent 2 weeks back in Italy. Oh, did you? Would you move to Italy? No way. You backpacked in Italy. Cool. And if you go back, you'd move there. Well, you know what? We're kind of in the process, and Wendy wants me to do it for me to get my Italian passport. So I'm gathering all the information from my cousin because I can get an Italian passport. So that's the plan. And maybe if things go sideways in Canada, could always move to Italy, right? So my relatives, hi Tom, good to have you in there, brother. My relatives live in a small town called Ardore, Ardore, Reggio di Calabria. So here's Italy's shaped like a boot, right? It's kind of shaped like a boot. They're on the toe of the boot, and then there's Sicily. So my relatives live here, and Sicily's right there. So they're looking at Sicily, right? And no, you know what? I've never been to Italy. Wendy's never been to Italy. Wendy has been through Europe. Wendy, when she was with her ex, she went to Ireland, and then she went to Scotland, and she went to England, and then they took that tunnel over to France. So she's been to Europe. I've never been to Europe. I don't know if I'll ever go to Europe. Probably not. But it doesn't hurt to have an Italian passport anyway, in case it's cooler out here now, isn't it? It's dropped down the temperature a little bit. It's very nice. And the humidity's gone down too.
It's really warm.
And 2 weeks backpacking in Italy. Did you like the food? I bet you love the food, didn't you? Italian food is good. Some people, I worked with a guy who did not like Italian food. He did not like Mexican food. The guy used to go to Mexico every year for 6 weeks and he hated Mexican food. Are you kidding me, man? Mexican food is good. I like all food, but my favorite probably, I love Japanese food, Chinese food, Italian food, Mexican food. Olive trees grow in it. They do, and we have olive trees here. We have olive trees on our property. We have an olive farm here on Salt Spring Island. There's a big olive farm on the south. Thank you, Adam. You're a good moderator. That's why you're moderator. So anyway, I grew a bunch of these Italian cypress from seed, and I grew them. I gave them to people that visited the garden, and I only kept one for myself. So we have one in our garden. It's been there for probably 20 years. This damn internet, man, it keeps dying. Sorry. So if I disappear, it dies on me, right? But that's what I heard because my buddy, he's been to Italy several times, and he says they buy fresh fruit and food every day to make their meals, right? They go to the markets, and it's different than here. It's not processed. And that's the blue zone. Italy is the blue zone. That's why people live longer there, because they're not eating all the crap that we eat. All the trees here is the best in the world. I know. Oh, I bet you there's beauty. You wouldn't believe it. You try, you will know. Oh, is that right, eh? Cool. Cool. Yeah, because I think they grow very well in Israel. You got a perfect climate for dates and olives. And you can grow a lot of good stuff in Israel. That is so cool. I love olive oil. And, you use that in your cooking. Use olive oil in your cooking. It's better for you. Don't use canola oil. It's crap, right? I was drinking oat milk because I thought it was better. And I'm looking at it. It's got sunflower seed oil in it. It's bad, man. So I stopped drinking that stuff. Better just to drink milk. But olives in Israel, I bet you, are just amazing. And the dates. Do you like dates? The big medjool dates? Those big dates? Because there's so many date palms that grow in Israel. You're lucky. You're living in a great part of the world, my friend. Dude from the village. You got to change your name to Dude from the Village, not Loser. You're not Loser from the Village. Dude from the Village. That's what you got to do. Change your YouTube name to Dude from the Village. You're not a loser. You're probably a good dude, and you seem to know a bit about plants too, which is cool. But one of these days, I'm going to make it to Italy. I really would. Wendy would love to make it to Italy. She'd like to go to Cinque Terre, the 5 villages, and I know Milan is in Vatican. And there's just so many places to see in Italy. Just like Israel, there's a lot of history. I will just change it, man. Dude from the village. Dude is that's a better name for you. Not loser. You're not a loser. You're a dude. You're a dude. I bet you're a pretty cool dude, too. You have to be a cool dude. You're coming into my live stream here. Now, there's not a lot of people in here right now. I got maybe 5 people in here. You know, I got 8 thumbs up. That's okay. You know what? I do this for fun. It's a hobby. YouTube to me is just a hobby. Another one, that's what it is. Awesome dude from the village. You know, some people, this is their livelihood, YouTube, right? Me, I've been shooting videos for 17 years now on YouTube, and I just do it just for fun. You know what I mean? It's just free entertainment. That's all it is. And then people can learn about this. Yeah, in this part of Canada, we got palm trees. Look at them. They're blowing in the wind, right? It's kind of cool. It's a pretty interesting place, but if you ever, you know, come and visit these islands. Come and visit the Southern Gulf Islands. One of the nicer islands I've been to is about 160 kilometers north of here. It's called Savory Island. And I went up there July 2 years ago. So it was 2 years ago I went up to Savory Island. Constantinos, there. Lots of history there, man. You know, so there's this island north of here, about 160 kilometers north here called Savory Island. Savary. And Savory Island boasts the warmest swimming water on the Pacific side north of Mexico. And it's up in Desolation Sound. And this island is surrounded by white sand beaches. Welcome back. That's right. Thanks, Adam. Hello, the guy with a cool name, Constantine. Sound like an emperor or a god. Yeah, Greek god. Pretty cool. Well, it's nice to, you know, and sometimes you get the same people coming in over and over, but be sure to check out my YouTube channel as well. This is Wendy's YouTube channel. This is my wife's YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Banana JSSI. I used to do lots of live streams on there. Sometimes I did like 5-hour live streams on there. Banana JSSI stands for Banana Joe Salt Spring Island. On this island, people know me as Banana Joe. They call me Banana Joe. So Banana JSSI. And my other one is Jungle Joe C Video Gates, which is my radio channel. But this is Gulf Island Rock, which is Wendy's channel. And I got her started into YouTube probably, I don't know how old this channel is. I'm thinking this channel is probably about maybe 8 years old or something like that. Maybe 10 years old, maybe 10 years old now. Time flies. You know what? I lose track of time, guys. I really do. I also forget things easy too. Long-term memory is really good, but I'm trying to remember what I did yesterday. What did I do yesterday? I was off island yesterday. That's what I did. Wendy and I were off island. We're over on the big island. Because you know what? I shot videos here. Did I shoot them here? No, I was shooting them on... I shot them on my YouTube channel. I shot them on Banana JSSI. So anyway, Constantine. Good to have you in there, my friend. All the way from Greece. Beautiful, exotic, Mediterranean Greece. Yeah, it's really changing now, the weather. Look at the palms blowing, which is definitely a change. They say rain tonight, man. There's a storm brewing here, man. Holy cow, and it's coming in fast. Feels so nice out here. So tomorrow morning, I'm up for work really early. I get out of bed. This morning I was out at 3:45 a.m. Might get rain. I hope we get it, man. It's really starting to pick up the wind. And we had B&B guests check in, so rain would be awesome for the garden. I'm 28, but my memory is weak. I can't remember what I ate yesterday. But I bet you it was good. I bet you it was Greek food. You don't have to remember, you just remember the taste. I bet you it was good food. I like donaires, and I like souvlaki. Oh, I like lamb. Lamb we love. You know what? There's a Greek restaurant where Wendy used to live in White Rock, south of Vancouver on the ocean, and they had these belly dancers in there. They had belly dancers. Can you grab the camera for Jackson Edit? Can you grab the camera for a Lamar? What is a Lamar? I don't even know what that is. You look like John McCaffrey, except never made money. Who is John McAfee? I don't know who he is. Everybody loves souvlaki. I love Greek food. So I used to go to this called Cosmos on the Beach. It was a Greek restaurant. And you know what? There'd be belly dancers in there. So you're eating your amazing Greek food. And the belly dancer would come up with the table. You're trying to concentrate. And you got this beautiful belly dancer doing her Greek belly dancing right beside your table. And you know, your wife's looking at you because you're trying to not look at this beautiful Greek woman doing belly dancing in front of you, right? Just put your hand in front of the camera. Just put your hand in front of the camera. There's my hand in front of the camera. What does that look like? That's a big hand too. That's size 17 ring. Big hand, right? So anyway, Greek food is one of my favorites too. Souvlaki, donairs, all that stuff, man. Actually, there's a really good Greek restaurant we go to in Sydney on Vancouver Island. And oh man, the lamb they cook there is just like melt in your mouth, tender. I love lamb meat, man. Frick, I'm getting hungry. I don't even know what I'm going to be having for dinner tonight. I really don't. But I'm starting to get really hungry. When I start talking about food, it makes me want to eat. So Wendy and I went on a cruise in May. We went up to Alaska. Get out of here, fly. Get out of here. And I ate more than everybody else. The food was absolutely amazing. And some nights they had lamb there. Good. I eat healthy food, no bread or junk food. Oh, good for you. Good for you. So you're in good shape, man. That's good for your body. You know what? Bread, carbs, nice carbs. Sugar is bad for you. Junk food's bad for you, man. I try not to eat that stuff either. Once in a while I'll splurge, but I try to stay away from that stuff. It'll catch up with you, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people eat that stuff. One guy, man, you know, he's just about my age, and I'm in my 60s. I'm 61, and he's getting up there, and he drinks like about 4 or 5 Red Bull every single day. These power energy drinks. It's all sugar and caffeine. It's like, ugh. I tried one of those one time, and it was like syrup. It was gross, sweet. It's terrible. I don't like that. I don't drink soda pop either. I never drink Coke. That crap. You can use that stuff for cleaning your drains out. Anyway, got to stretch. You know, I got a bit of a sore back. I lifted some heavy doors today at work. And anyway, you're good to eat healthy food. Dude from the village, good to eat healthy food. 4 to 5 Red Bulls. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And he smokes too. He smokes and he drinks Red Bulls, lots of them. And he's 50, I think he's 58. And that's got to be bad for your teeth too, eh? Red Bulls. Toby Price, good to have you in there, man. Welcome. We are broadcasting live from the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific, a small island in the North Pacific. And can you guess where we are? Can you guess what country we're at? Can you guess where we are? I always like to make people guess where we're at. Where do you think we're broadcasting from? Take a guess. There's the beautiful vegetation behind us. We got our beautiful palm trees here on our little island in the North Pacific. Everybody else knows where I am. It's no guess for them, but it's going to be a guess for you. No, Toby, I'm not in Hawaii. I wish I was in Hawaii. You know something? Where is it? That says Maui on it. There's Maui right there, and that says Hawaii on it. And I got a hula girl there. The hula girl. Aloha. No, we're not in Hawaii. Does this vegetation kind of give it away a little bit? Where do you think we would be? Where do you think this is? Look at the palms blowing in that Pacific wind. We do have the Pacific Ocean around us. I can tell you that. There is a tiki here. There's a tiki. Look at the tiki. That's one of my tikis, so I carved those with the chainsaw. That's my chainsaw tiki right there. See that? Driftwood. Look at the bamboo. Bamboo's just shooting up. There's one of my tikis. Getting covered up by bamboo, though. Bamboozled. That's a driftwood tiki. We're off the, I'll tell you where we are. I'll tell you where we are, Toby. We're on a small island in the North Pacific, okay? We're off the far west coast of Canada. This is an island. This is Canada's best kept secret, okay? We always say this is Canada's best kept secret. I'll show you where we are. I'll show you what province we're off of. We got lots of plates here, okay? There's a 1959 Hawaii plate. British Columbia, 1959. So we're off the coast of British Columbia. There's another Hawaii one there. We got a lot of plates here. That's some of our plates. Another British Columbia, 1952. We are on the southern Gulf Islands off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. And by looking at the vegetation, probably wouldn't believe it, but we are, man, no lie. We are on an island called Salt Spring Island. So table salt and bouncy spring. Look it up, Google it. Salt Spring Island. That's where we're at in the southern Gulf Islands. And it's a pretty amazing island because we can grow all these super cool plants here. Because the winters don't get that cold. Not, it's very different here than the rest of Canada, okay? Rest of Canada's freezing your hiney off. Yeah, this is where we are, right here, man. And yeah, most of these palms I grow from seed. And then we got lots of tropical like trees here, and it looks the same year round. It's always nice and green. So this is where we are. Salt Spring Island. Look at the palms. Isn't that crazy? And the tropical like plants. And then they sell seed everywhere too. These seedlings, palm seedlings, coming everywhere. These are all palm trees in there. They grow like weeds, man. Look at them all. Those are all palm trees. They just sell seed. Oh, stupid. There it is. This darn thing, man. It's just, the Starlink is too far. I was too far from it. So what you got to do, if you go to YouTube and you punch in palm trees on Salt Spring Island, you will see one of my videos, because I have about probably, I'm going to say 30,000 videos on YouTube to do with gardening and exotic plants. Here, I'll show you some. This damn Starlink's driving me crazy, man. I'll show you down into this deep ravine. Look at that. Look at how lush it is down there. Look at down in the bottom there, that jungle of Fargesia bamboo with a bald cypress growing behind it. And then there's figs. And the figs will be ready. Figs should be ready at the end of this month. These figs are so good. I love figs. And then there's eucalyptus. And yeah, it's amazing what grows here, right? More palms. And more fatsies. And then to prove it, there's a native vegetation, western red cedar, western hemlock. That's western hemlock, grand fir, and these are Douglas.
Angus beef.
Oh, you gonna barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay, she's the best barbecue in the world, this lady. This is my girl. This is my girl. And you know when they say second time lucky? That is right there. That's second time lucky. This is the love of my life. I love this. I love this gal. She's a beauty. She's so good. She's good for me. She's actually really good for me, this woman. She is really, she's a good lady.
You gotta feed Joe.
You gotta feed me. You gotta keep me. I'm a big eater, man. I burn it off quick, don't I? I got a really, really fast metabolism. So anyway, that's Wendy, and she's an awesome lady. But she does all the flowers here, and she does a lot in the gardens too, man. Thanks, Antonio. Antonio, that's a pretty cool name. Antonio, my middle name is Anthony, so Giuseppe Antonio Clementi, right? So anyway, this is where we are on this small island in the North Pacific. And you know what I got to do? I bet you're a cool guy. With a name like that, you got to be a cool guy. You got to be a very cool guy. So I'm going to take this barbecue. I'm going to take this cover off the barbecue, and I got to start this for Wendy. Ugh, come on. What the hell? There we go. That's Stu. I know you're a cool dude. You know why you're a cool dude? Because you came into our live stream. I'm going to start this for Wendy. Is there a frog? Oh, there's a tree frog on here. There's a little tree frog. Where did he go? Oh, he just jumped. Where the hell did he go? He took off. I didn't want to burn him because I'm going to start the barbecue up. Hello, House. Good to have you in there. House from Pennsylvania. Barbecue started for Wendy. These are great barbecues, man. That's got like a 15-year guarantee on it. Napoleon. I know you're a cool guy. She's a very beautiful. Thank you very much. Constantine. And thank you, Antonio. What are you guys making? Wendy is going to cook burgers. Frogs are cute. Yeah, there's so many tree frogs around here, right? Tree frogs everywhere in this garden. I'm going to tell her I started the barbecue. She's super cool, too. I'm doing a live stream. You know who this girl is? I'm going to tell you who this girl is. This girl is related to that girl. They could be sisters. This girl, you know, I'm doing a live stream. This girl is an awesome girl, and that is my stepdaughter, okay? So say hi from Israel.
Stepdaughter.
I did. I say it's like my friend, but it's my stepdaughter. And you know, we got people from Israel in here. And she gave me a nose ring today. She actually gave me a nose ring.
You should put it on for them.
I did actually have it on. That's why I started the live stream, right? So this is Krista. And I got the barbecue going.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet? Okay. I got to go turn it off then. I got to turn it off. There was a frog on the barbecue. I was like, oh my God. I didn't want to burn it, so it jumped off though. So I'm going to turn this off. Okay, started to heat up. What are you making? She's going to do burgers, House. She's going to do top sirloin burgers, I think. I'm going to ask her just to just to clarify here. There he is. There's our guard dog. Oh yeah, you're so vicious. Yeah, you are. Look at you. Greetings from Boise. Hey, how's it going, man? Gem State Tropics is in there. Good to have you in there. It's been a while. So what are you making? What are you making?
We got our guests today.
You're doing top sirloin.
Just Angus.
Angus. She's doing Angus burger. Somebody asked, what are you guys making for dinner? She's making dinner.
Burgers.
She's making dinner tonight. I did steaks last night. She taught me how to barbecue. She taught me how to barbecue steaks. I'm not a good barbecue. I usually 105 there. Holy crap! Is it really 105? Well, Wendy's aunt lives in Oliver, which is desert, right? And it's probably like 100 there too, man. That's hot where you are. Good for the Joshua trees. Super good for the Joshua trees, and everything else exotic you guys grow there. So, okay, so I turned the barbecue back off, and I'm gonna come back out here. So she says, so Wendy's daughter gave me this. She says, put this in your nose and then go give Wendy her latte. This was earlier on today, and see her reaction. I shot a video of it. It's on here. You should have seen the look on her face when I showed up with this thing. Here, you like my nose piercing? I would never get my nose pierced, but whatever, to each his own. Filifera pushing out few leaves. Yeah, and Filifera would love it where you guys are because you got the heat. They don't like it here, man. Stephen, they do not like our climate. It's like they hate the, we don't get hot enough for them, and the winter times here, it's just too damp. What I find is Mexican fan palms can handle more moisture. Do you like that one there? Constantino's Constantine in Greece. There is my nose ring, thanks to Wendy's daughter, Krista. Do you guys have nose rings? I think it's a girly thing, isn't it? Thank God it'll come out. My God. It's kind of a nice nose ring, eh? Maybe it'd look good on a Greek girl, right? Kind of almost looks Greek. What do you think? She's got like a diamond one in her nose. But anyway, yeah, Filifera in Idaho. It actually kind of hurts to get it out. Filifera in Idaho, man, they like the heat. So they would be pushing out lots of fronds. Let's pull it out. Ouch! Oh, God. I have an ear piercing. Oh, yeah, well, that's cool. You should start wearing... Yeah, I should wear it to work, eh? That's what I said to Wendy. I said to Krista, I should wear it to work and see what the people say. I should do it on April Fool's Day next year. I wear my piercing to work and see if somebody comments on it. I don't think it suits me though, does it? That definitely does not suit me. I think it'd probably be better with with a hoop or something, right? This is kind of like a girly one, right? And do guys even have nose piercings? I don't think so. I don't think that's a guy thing. I think it's more of a girly thing, right? Lots of guys have earrings. I work with guys that have earrings. I mean, guys have always had earrings, but nose rings, I don't know if I've ever seen. Oh yeah, you know what? I actually have seen a dude with a nose ring before, like a big hoop in it. And I think it was actually really pierced, man. That would hurt. I remember Wendy got her nose pierced here. My daughter's got her nose pierced here. She's had it pierced since she's a teenager. My daughter's 31 now. But Wendy got her nose pierced here, and it just wouldn't heal properly, so she actually had to take it out. She was having problems with it, right? So there's my nose piercing. I've seen guys with nose piercing, even Lenny Kravitz. Does he? Really? Good old Lenny Kravitz. I'm gonna fly away. Is that the song? Oh yeah, it's a good song. I've seen guys with nose rings, but girls look better. I think so too, House. I agree. Like my daughter actually looks really good. She's got like a chrome, or she might have a hoop here now. Sometimes she puts a diamond stud in there. Wendy just got her ears re-pierced because they kind of grew over, and it's good because I bought her some really nice earrings. Got them from New Mexico, Navajo earrings, and she can wear them now, silver, but she's still got the gold studs here in her ears, so she's got to leave them in there for like, I think 6 weeks. Maybe it's 6 weeks. Maybe it's 3 weeks. Anyway, yeah, the tongue piercing. Oh man, I'd be worried about bleeding to death, man. Hey, do you like my?
Yeah.
Somebody says you should leave it in.
I know.
Hey, where's yours? She had one.
I have to take it. Falls out sometimes, and I gotta like pinch it.
Oh no, this one will never fall out.
You have a bigger thing.
Yeah, because this is like, it hurts to take it out. Like, yeah. It's in there good. Right? The tongue piercing. Yeah, the tongue piercing I think would hurt. And I'd be worried about that too. Like hitting an artery or something in there, man, it would be brutal. It would be brutal. I would not. I don't think I'd ever go for tongue piercing. But tattoos hurt too, right? You know, tattoos do hurt, but to me, it's a good kind of pain. I do have a lot of tattoos. I have quite a few tattoos. I got some on my leg and I got them on my back and stuff too. But I think a piercing, I've never been pierced, but Wendy's got her belly button pierced. She got that pierced years ago. I mean, she had that pierced when I met her. So I don't know if the belly button hurts so much. She's got a pretty cool belly button piercing. But tongue, I've seen dudes with pierced tongues and girls with pierced tongues. I don't know what the point of it is. Maybe it's just aesthetic, or maybe it's I don't know. Maybe when they're fooling around or something, and a dude has a pierced tongue, it probably makes the girl feel better or something. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So I don't think I would. I don't think I'd do a pierced tongue. I'd do an ear maybe. Not now. Not at my age. I don't even know if I'm going to get any more tattoos. I know, House. Yeah. Oh, there we're live again. Sorry, the signal just died. Boy, it's really getting windy here. But I find belly button piercing girl thing, nose piercing can look nice. I find belly button piercing a girl. Yeah, it is a girl thing. I don't think guys get their belly buttons pierced. Dude from the village. Okay, I really need to sleep. A couple of your great women. And hey, thanks for coming in, man. You're a good dude. And make sure to join in with the live stream. I'm going to try to do live streams every day here now on Wendy's channel. I just like to socialize with people. I'm a very social person. And that's the only reason I actually have a part-time retirement job, so I can talk to people, right? Because I like to talk to people and I like to meet people. So anyway, dude from the village in Israel, you have a great sleep, and we'll talk to you later. We'll see you next live stream, and tune in to our live stream here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific, a small island off the far southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada. Right? Yeah, I do. I'll tell you the story about that tooth. That is gold. That's 18. Is it 18 karat or 14 karat gold? It's a real. The tooth was $1,420. I can tell you that. So that gold tooth, when I was a kid, like about 10 years old, so about 1974, when I lived on Lulu Island, so it's an island south of Vancouver, which they call Richmond. It's an actual island. It was one winter. The big canal ditches they used to use for irrigation, the farmers back in the day, they were frozen. So me and my buddies were skating down this ditch, this canal, and there was something in the ice I hit with my skates, and I did a frickin' face planter onto the ice. And I remember busting my lip open and cracking my front tooth. I cracked that front tooth. It had a hairline crack in it. So, every time I go to the dentist in my older age, the dentist would say, we can fix that tooth for you. And I said, nah, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I don't need it fixed. So anyway, about 5 years ago, it was 5 years ago, I think it was 2019. It was 2019. I was at a pig roast at a buddy's place. It was his birthday, and I was at a pig roast. And he has this pig on the spit, going around on the spit for 8 hours over these hot coals. And it was just about done. And I says, man, that pig looks good. It looks yummy. It was all stuffed with pineapples and banana leaves and everything. And he says, the skin, chew on it. So I took a piece of that beautiful skin being glazed with something he was putting on it, and I bit into it, and guess what? I smiled, and he says, hey, Joe, what happened to your tooth? And I says, what do you mean what happened to my tooth? He says, you got half a tooth there. And I got half a tooth there. So finally the hairline crack, it broke in half. So it broke my tooth in half. So I had to go to the dentist. I went to the dentist appointment, and a few days later I went to the dentist, and I said, I want to get a cap, like a cap on my tooth. And he says, do you want white gold? Do you want gold? Or do you want porcelain? Porcelain was the cheapest, like natural. I says, no, I want white gold. That's white gold. So anyway, they made a mold of my teeth, this and that and the other. And then I went back in about probably a week or 2 weeks later. And I remember sitting in the dentist chair, and he brings in this little jewelry box. And he opens it up, and there's this tooth in there, right? And so he takes a grinder, and he grinds my tooth down to a point. And then he puts some glue in this thing. It's a full gold crown, right? Full gold crown. He put that one too. Wendy's son's actually got a front gold tooth, but I think he's got the other one. And I says, you know what? You only live once. Let's do it. I said, it'll match the chrome on my Harley, right? So let's do a green screen here. Let's see. There's my bike. There's my bike there. I'll get out of the way. So it kind of matches the chrome on my Harley right there. And my other, thanks a lot, man, Konstantinos. My other bike had a lot more chrome on it. It was customized, but that's the bike I ride right there. It's a Heritage Softail 88 cubic inch Harley Davidson. And Wendy does like to ride on the back, which is a good thing. Wendy used to work in a Harley shop, right? And my dad was a biker too. My dad always biked, so which was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. There, no more green screen. Done. And we're going to just watch the palm trees blow in the wind. So I've had the tooth for 5 years now. And yeah, you can't really have a broken tooth there because it was so close to the nerve, it would eventually given me problems, right? So anyway, now I got a gold tooth. Thank God I was covered for half of it. So it was a $1,420 tooth, $1,420, but I only had to pay $710 of it. $710 was covered by my dental for my job because I was, thank God I was still working. I wasn't retired. It was the Parks Department job that I had a really good dental plan. Would have been better if it was 100% coverage, right? But it wasn't. That's the way it is. And that's how I got my gold tooth. Thanks to my face planter on the ice when I was ice skating when I was 10 years old in 1974. Half of you guys weren't even born then. You probably weren't even born in 1974. That's 51 years ago. And I remember that like yesterday. It's funny, I got a mind like a steel trap. I can remember things from a long time ago, but I have to really think about what I did yesterday. Isn't that weird? That's what happens when you get older, man. You have to think about what you did yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Well, I went off island. I know that. I was with Wendy. And actually, we're going to go off island again. So we go off island a lot. And to get off our island, I'm still in high school. Oh, you're just a kid. Jeez, high school. My youngest son graduated in 2018. I was born. Oh, you weren't born then. Wow, I was born in 1964, man. I was born a long time ago. Wendy was born in 1959. So Wendy's even older than me. I'm 61 and Wendy's 65. She's just over 4 years older. Oh, 85. Oh, 85 was a good year. 40 years ago. 85. Man, I remember it well. I was engaged in 1985. That's when I got engaged to my first wife. 1985. 85 was a good year. You were born in 97. 1997, 28 years ago. So my oldest son was born in 91, February 91. My daughter was born in beginning of April 94. And my youngest son was born in 2000. We around in 1960. We're pterodactyls around in nine. Yes, there's pterodactyls flying over Tom. I was born in 1964, right? There was no pterodactyls. Is this starting to rain out? Did I feel a raindrop? I thought I felt a raindrop. You're kidding. That'd be coming fast if it is actually starting to rain. Unreal. I'm sure I felt a raindrop. Wendy's going to have to start barbecuing, man. Yes, there was pterodactyls flying all over the place. Can you imagine pterodactyls flying over? Oh my God. That was a long time ago. It's raining by me too. Yeah, so I just felt a light raindrop. I'm feeling something. I don't know if it's going to amount to too much, but did the rain dance. Good, Adam. Thank you very much, sir. I do like rain, especially at this time of the year. It's just been so dry. Yeah, no, Wendy's son was born in 1984. He was born in early May 1984, so he's actually older than you, Adam. And Wendy's daughter was born in 86. You're lucky you got some rain there, house. And it's windy here, too. It's breezy. We got an ocean breeze. This is an ocean breeze. I don't normally drink beer. It's pretty weak beer, but it's actually pretty good beer. It's called Bone Island. Or, no, Caribou. Sorry, this is Caribou Blonde Ale. I don't mind wind. We don't usually get a lot of wind here. But yeah, there's a light rain coming down. Massive thunderstorms. Wow. Yeah, we don't get, it's pretty rare for us to get thunderstorms here. It just doesn't happen that much. You know, I like them. They excite me. When I get a thunder and lightning storm, I want to get out and shoot a YouTube video of it. Might have to get some cold Modelo's for the hot evening. Oh, there you go. Modelo's. Hey, we drank some of those the other day. Modelo's. It's funny. We were sitting in front of a Country Grocer at the Hub coffee shop, and a buddy of mine walks out with a 6-pack of Modelo, and he says, is that beer any good? And he has a place in Mexico. He says it's the best Mexican beer. So when he went in and bought some, and they're actually pretty good. Yeah, I like thunderstorms too, House. They're pretty cool. And you know what? As long as the lightning does not start any forest fires, I'm good with it. But if the rain gets everything nice and wet for us, I'm really good with it, man. Because at this time of the year, it gets so freaking dry here. I really worry. My worry is forest fires, right? And forest fires can easily happen on this island. And just from a careless person throwing a cigarette out the window of their vehicle, driving down the road, the grass on the side of the road is so dry, it will burn up. And it will get into, well, we'll just flip this camera around. It will get up into the trees, right? And there's a lot of forest around us, man. There's a lot of trees to burn on this island. These are big Douglas fir trees. Felt a tiny raindrop here and there, but nothing major yet. It's kind of stopped for a minute, so we'll see what happens. I'm fingers crossed. Renting a plane out to Boise. Oh, no way. Oh, before I take off. He could fly out to Salt Spring Island one day. Fly out here, man. Be awesome. I'll send you back with some palm seeds. Would someone throw a cigarette, start a forest fire? Yes, absolutely. That's how stupid people are, Tom. You cannot fix stupid. And it has happened before, trust me. I remember there was a fire about 20 years ago on the side of our road, not too far from our house, and my neighbor down the way here, she was coming home from the night shift because she's like a nurse, and the side of the road's on fire. So she phoned the fire department. That was from a cause from a cigarette butt out the window. That's how stupid people are. And you cannot fix stupid. People don't get it, man. You know, you're not allowed to have anything. There we go. Sorry about the connection, guys. But anyway, people do that, Tom. And you know what else people do? When I worked for the Parks Department, people would camp in the forest, and they would light fires in the middle of August in the forest, or middle of July in the forest, and I'd have to put them out. They'd have a campfire. They'd have a campfire going cooking their food. That's how stupid they are. I said, are you guys stupid? I'd say it to them, man. I said, you guys are stupid. You're going to burn down. A lot of these people were transients, and that's the problem. They don't live here. They just kind of move. Yeah, you can't fix stupid. It's a shame. I was fishing last year at Loon Lake up at 70 Mile House, and the 12 kilometers we drove, and everything's burnt. For miles and miles we drove, and there's no forest because it burnt up from a forest fire. I don't like people who start. Yeah, I know, it's terrible, man. Isn't it awful? Fires. I know, isn't it awful? People are stupid. So I don't light any fires at this time of the year. Nothing. Not even in a fire pit, not even a burn barrel. I smoke. Takes a spark. Yeah, no, and there's nothing wrong with smoking. I don't care if people smoke, but you got to be a responsible smoker. But when you're driving down the road and you flick your cigarette butt out the window in the summertime on an island where you don't live, people that live here wouldn't do that, but it's people that don't live here that do that, and that's pretty sad, man. You know, so I don't know. Is this live stream even working? It seems like it's taking forever. 48 minutes. It must be going slow. Speaking of forest, Neil McDonald, it's really windy in your area, but it's always windy by me. Yeah, it's breezy here right now. It is breezy, but we don't get a lot of wind here. It's pretty sheltered. Even though we're across the street from the ocean, we have trees that kind of buffer us from the wind. Yeah, there's raindrops falling on my head right now. Isn't there a song like that? Neil, Glenn Campbell, raindrops. Stupid is stupid does. Yeah, exactly, Neil. You know, and there's been a lot of forest fires on Vancouver Island too. But my daughter, all my kids were born and raised here, and she lives in Comox, and she absolutely loves it up there. Loves Comox. Tornado. We're going to look at property in Qualicum this week. You're right, man. Tornadoes don't happen often. Yeah, tornadoes would be wild. Man, that'd be a good video. I'd like to shoot a video of a tornado. Yeah, no, it's definitely raining out. It is raining here now. I'm going to go into my radio room after and see if I can talk some skip, see if I can bring in some stations, far off stations. So we're 49 minutes into this live stream, and I do have raindrops falling on my head. Hey, Wendy, it's raining out. I got to tell her, I got to start that part. Open for a mild wildfire. Yeah, we don't want any, and I'm sure you get fires in Idaho too. From Forrest Gump movie. Summer here is beautiful. Forrest Gump. You know what? Did I ever see Forrest Gump? I don't know if I saw it. Wasn't that with Tom Hanks? I think I might have seen it a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Forrest Gump. I'm thinking of Bubba Gumps. Bubba Gumps, Shrimp seafood place. We had some wildfires here in Pennsylvania. See, Pennsylvania gets them too, right? And probably most of them are caused by careless people. Vancouver Island, where Neil lives, I don't know if they've had any recently in Comox, but I know there's been forest fires on Vancouver Island within the last couple of years. And because we've had smoke come over here. There's one in Nanaimo, I think, wasn't it last year or the year before? Kind of the back hills in Nanaimo. It's pretty bad, man. It's just, it doesn't bother me when they're caused by lightning, but when they're caused by stupidity, that really bugs me. Just stupid people that are careless, throwing a cigarette out the window. If I was a smoker, I would be very careful. Bubba Gump was in the. Oh, Bubba Gump. Oh, okay. So that's why they made the restaurant after it. Okay, because I've eaten in the one on Maui. It was in Lahaina, but it's gone now. It's all burnt up. Gone. The first time I went to Maui with Wendy in 2012, we went to Bubba Gump's. And I remember taking our picture out in the front there. There's a bench we could sit in, and we had shrimp there. It was good. It was nice. I liked it. It was right on the ocean. But guess what? Lahaina's gone now, man. It's toast. Yeah, it's starting to rain out here now. I got to go into the house, drink that. I got to like the barbecue. Have you ever tried Oscar Mayer ham? No, I've never had it. No, but I tell you what we do have in our pantry. We have Spam. Are hurricanes a thing on the West Coast? No, but we do get typhoon. You guys get them out there. You get the remnants of hurricanes that come up from the Atlantic. We get typhoon type winds here. So if there's a typhoon type storm in the South Pacific, it can actually, as it starts to peter out, the tail end of it can hit us. My favorite song, Brotherhood of Man by Motorhead. I like Black Sabbath is my favorite band. I'm a metalhead. So Brotherhood of Man by Motorhead. I also like Devil's Plaything by Danzig. But listen to Brotherhood of Man, watch the video. A hurricane has actually hit Southern California in 2023. Well, one hit our island, a typhoon type winds in December 20th, 2018, man, and I've never seen so much damage caused by wind in my life. Blue on Black. Blue on Black. Do you guys like Motorhead? I saw them twice in concert. I used to go to a lot of concerts. Motorhead, I've seen twice. And Brotherhood of Man, I like Ace of Spades. I love Black Sabbath. I like all Ozzy songs. I've seen Ozzy 3 times in concert. ZZ Top 3 times in concert. Queen, Judas Priest, King, goes on and on and on. I used to go to a lot of concerts in Vancouver when I was younger. And I like music. I like heavy music. I do have a video of the tsunami sirens on Salt Spring Island. You've seen it, Tom. Good for you. Have tons of concerts planned and saw. Oh, cool, Gem State Tropics. That's cool, man. You're lucky. Oh, Green Day's good too. I forgot about them. I walk this lonely road. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I've actually used that song to some of my short videos here. I like Green Day. Kind of forgot about them. They were really popular. Many years ago. Lots of metal bands met wonderful people. Cool. Oh, so you like metal too? Yeah, I'm a total metalhead. Five Finger Death Punch, Blue on Black. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know much of their stuff. Godsmack, Voodoo. I like that song, Voodoo by Godsmack. I like Alice in Chains. That's more grungy. And Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. Wendy loves Eddie Vedder. Weird Al Yankovic before. Oh, cool. I remember Weird Al. I've actually used some of his music on my shorts. That's the nice thing about shorts. You can use some pretty cool music on the shorts, right? But Weird Al Yankovic, I used to like his videos on MTV. Yeah. The Amish one where he's a Amish. Yeah. Or instead of beat it, eat it, right? Good old Weird Al Yankovic. I wonder if he's still around. I wonder, hey, Wendy, start the barbecue.
Yeah. Are we ready? Are we getting ready? Okay.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
I'm going to go start it. Okay, time to start the barbecue. Seeing Lincoln Park, I remember them. My kids used to listen to them. Lincoln Park, cool. Concert, Wendy and I have only been to one concert together. It was DOA, Dead on Arrival, a punk band. And then we met with the band members after the band. And actually before the concert and after the concert. It was really cool. We got videos and pictures with them. We have an Amish where I live in. Oh, cool. Yeah, because there's Amish in Pennsylvania. Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, that was a funny dude. The way he turned some songs into really funny songs. The singer of Lincoln Park died. Oh, no way. That sucks. It's like Lane Staley of Alice in Chains. Like, I love Alice in Chains. Seattle band, Soundgarden, and of course, Pearl Jam. Wendy really likes Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder's actually really good. He's got some really good tunes. Society, Just Breathe, I Am Mine. You know, I also like 21 Pilots. I do like some newer stuff. You know who I really like is Collective Soul. I mean, they're not really that heavy, but I love Collective Soul. I've always liked Collective Soul. Bush. I'm trying to think who else. Bush. Offspring. I like the Offspring too. Brian Wilson also died. Yeah, Brian Wilson died. He drowned. He was the drummer from the Beach Boys. He drowned. God, that must have been 20. I bet you 20 years ago or something, Brian Wilson died. Wendy saw the Beach Boys in concert. I have a Beach Boys concert shirt. My ex's husband, or not my ex's dad, they saw the Beach Boys at the Aloha Bowl, Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, and they brought me a shirt back. That was in 1988. I still have it. Shine is a great song. Oh yeah, Shine is good. December's really good. I like December. And yeah, they're just a really good band. I like Nirvana. They got some good tunes. Ozzy's got some good tunes. You know what song I really love by Ozzy? And it's more of a mellow song. It's called The Road to Nowhere. Listen to that one. Watch that video. The Road to Nowhere by Ozzy. Really good tune. I like Motley Crue. I've seen them in concert. I remember the very first time I ever saw Motley Crue was in the summer of 1983. And I was in a pub south of Vancouver, and there was a big screen up there. MTV was on. I says, look at these guys. They look like Kiss. They were singing Looks That Kill. And I went out and bought their album right away. I won a couple of their albums. It was Shout at the Devil. Shine is a very good tune. You can't believe the news. They said Brian Wilson never dies, but then they said, yeah, he died a long time ago. He died, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm guessing Brian Wilson died 20 years ago. Or maybe even more. Maybe he died in the 1990s. He might have died 25 years ago, Brian Wilson. He drowned. I'm pretty sure he drowned, just like Natalie Wood, the actress. She drowned too. Fell overboard and drowned. But I never did see the Beach Boys in concert. I've seen the Kinks in concert. I've seen David Bowie in concert. I've seen the Rolling Stones in concert. I saw the Rolling Stones in the Seattle Kingdome in October 1981 when I was 17. And Jay Giles backed them up, and Greg Kinban. And I saw Jay Giles again in Vancouver. I've seen Cheap Trick. I've seen Ted Nugent, Loverboy, Heart. Oh man, I've seen so many bands. Blue Oyster Cult I've seen a couple of times. Plasmatics were killer. I've seen Van Halen. Bare Naked Ladies are good. Brian Wilson by Bare Naked Ladies. Right, that is a song. I like the Bare Naked Ladies too. They're kind of cool. Is anyone from the Beatles in the 900s yet? No. I think Paul McCartney just turned 81 or 80. It's pretty crazy. The Rolling Stones are still. I know. I saw them in October 1981. I still have my concert tickets, and I still have my concert shirts from the Rolling Stones in the Seattle Kingdom. Got to see Disturbed. Oh, cool, man. See, that would be cool. Disturbed would be good. That's pretty heavy duty stuff. I like that. I think the heaviest band I like are Celtic Frost out of Austria or Sweden. I used to listen to them back in the mid-1980s. And Inferno's Majesty. Have you heard of Inferno Majesty? None Shall Defy? Listen to that song. Watch that video. Watch the video. You want to see heavy-duty music, man? You want to see heavy black metal? And it's a really heavy riff. It's a badass riff. I like Megadeth, too. Love Megadeth. I've never seen them in concert, but I had a couple of their albums. Inferno Majesty is the band. None Shall Defy. My dad went to the same high school in Chicagoland as... No way, cool. That's pretty cool, Tom. Right on. I bet you there's some pretty cool bands that came out of Chicago. Chicago! With, what's his name? Cetera. The lead singer. What the hell was his name? Peter Cetera. I think Peter. The guy who was the bass player for Disturbed Help. No way. That's crazy. What the hell? The Fix. Or Fix Your Roof. Yeah, actually, the Fix used to be a band too. Did you know that? I think they were out of England. That was mid-'80s stuff, right? And actually, I don't even mind some mid-'80s. I don't even mind some mid-'80s rock either. I kind of like that stuff too. You know, it's kind of a nostalgia trip for me. I'm trying to think who else I've seen. I've seen Billy Squier. I've seen Rush in concert. April Wine. Judas Priest was good. I saw Judas. I've seen AC/DC too. I saw AC/DC 42 years ago in concert, man. That's when Angus could really move on stage. They were killer. AC/DC with Fastway backed him up. It was a Australian band. Angel City was a good band I saw. I saw Triumph in concert. A Night Ranger I saw. Aerosmith I saw. I met Steven Tyler in person on the beach on Maui. And I got a picture of him and Wendy on Maui. It was her birthday. It was it was the last time we were on Maui, I think. So it was 2019. And we get down to the beach. It's at McKenna, Little Beach. And we get down there, and our friend was down there painting, and he says, hey, Joe, there's Steven Tyler and his daughter, Liv. I says, oh, cool. I says, I'm not going to bother them. So I put my towel down, and Wendy put her towel down where we usually put our towel down. And, of course, there was a towel already beside there, and I didn't realize it was Steven Tyler's towel. And, of course, Steven Tyler and his daughter, Liv, came up. And we were out, we put our towels down, and Wendy and I started making some sand art. We were making sand art because every time we were on the beach, we make this really funky sand art. And he comes walking up to us, and he says, that's really cool sand art, man. I'll get you something. So he goes back, and he grabs up, and he comes back, and he brings us a plastic shovel. He's got these two little Yorkie dogs, Sundance and Butch Cassidy, and they ran through the sand art. So we came over by the towels, and we started chatting with him. I chatted with his daughter, and we chatted with Stephen, and I said to Stephen, I asked Stephen, I says, you know, Stephen, it's Wendy's birthday. Wendy's a big fan of yours. It was so 5 years ago, she would have been turning 60. And I said, is there any way I can get her picture with you? He says, yeah, sure. And his daughter Liv was right there. And I was talking with her, and I said, yep. So I got a picture of Steven Tyler with his arm around with Wendy. Pretty cool picture. I could actually show you. Do you want to see the picture? You guys want to see the picture? I'll tell you what. You stay here, and I'll go get the picture of Wendy and Steven Tyler. I got to tell Wendy the barbecue. Hey, Wendy, barbecue's on. I'm just saying it's on. We're going to bring out the propane. Okay, I'm going to show you. Do you guys want to see the picture of Steven Tyler and Wendy? I'm going to bring it. Okay, hang on. Okay, guys, this is a pretty cool picture. Okay, so Wendy was pretty happy about this. I'm going to spin this around. You ready? So here's a picture I took of Steven Tyler and Wendy. So it is a clothing optional beach. So I can tell you right now, when I saw Steven Tyler and Liv, they were totally naked. And I said, Steve, and before I take your picture, you better put your swim trunks on. So we had these little swim trunks. And you can see Wendy is topless there. She is topless. And Liv was just standing just over here when I took the picture. So there was a picture of Steven Tyler and Wendy on Little Beach on Maui. And Little Beach is McKenna Beach, and it is a clothing optional beach. So there it is. There's Wendy with her rock star friend, Steven Tyler, on her birthday. So that made her day to get that picture taken. And that island in the background right there, see that island? That island we named our dog after that island. That is called the island of Kaho'olawe. Kaho'olawe was bombed by the U.S. military for 50 years. So they used to test their bombs on that island, and it cracked the water table on it. And it's just kind of a dust bowl now. So since 1990, the Parks Department and all this has been cleaning up, and military cleaning up unexploded ordnance and bombs and stuff like that, even in the oceans. You can't go there. You have to be with government. It's a very dangerous place because there's lots of unexploded bombs and stuff in the water around it. But they bombed that island for 50 years. That's Kaho'olawe off the coast of Maui. And this is Little Beach. And there's our sand art right there. You can see they're standing right by the sand art. You see it says Aloha there. So there it is. That's the picture of Wendy. So hopefully I'm still coming in. Hopefully the thing isn't frozen or anything. But that's, I had to share that with you. Steven Tyler and my girl. And she was enjoying that. I got to tell Wendy to come and put the steaks, the hamburgers on. Hey, Wendy, the thing's on. The barbecue's going. It's burning out more gas. Just heating up the gas. Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? I think that's a good picture. And then I actually did one where I actually put a low on it and I got it blown up. This is in my man cave. And I got one in the house for her too. I gave it to her for her birthday or Christmas. I think it was for Christmas. So this was on her birthday, December 6, 2019. So he's 5 years older. Actually, no, that's going to be 6 years in December. 6 years, man. Wow, crazy. But a pretty cool pic, right? Yeah.
It's not raining yet.
Nope. Anyway, I'm going to go put this. She's going to barbecue. She's going to barbecue. I'll be right back. Let's just put that there. Lots of people in the live stream today.
Yeah. Okay. Burgers are on.
Dead. Okay, I'm back, and maybe I'll go for. I think I'll probably go for about an hour and 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna call her quits. Never. I love Tom McDonald, man. He's a Canadian dude. He's a guy with the tattoos on his face. I like him because he's controversial, and I like stuff like that. Love Tom McDonald. Need to head out, but thanks. Ray, thanks, Gem State Tropics. Steve, thanks for coming in there. Pilot training, but we'll join. Okay, make sure to fly here one day. 100%, yes, sir. Adam B. Yeah, no, we like Tom McDonald. He's great. I watch his videos sometimes. I like controversial stuff. And I know Steven, you know what? Steven out there, Gem State Tropics, is a good dude too. So he's been in my live streams a lot over the years. So thank you very much, Gem State Tropics, Idaho, for coming in. Wendy has been to Idaho.
Very nice.
Have you been to Idaho?
Yeah.
Wendy's been to Idaho. Wendy was actually born in Calgary. So she's been to Idaho. But yeah, Calgary, yeah. My ex was born in Edmonton.
Drove through Idaho.
She's driven through Idaho. That lady is driven through Idaho. Hey, there she is. The one and only Wendy. Yeah, I've never been to Idaho, but I'd love to go to Idaho, man. I think Idaho is a pretty cool state. Yeah, and they got some good laws in Idaho that I agree with. Yeah, I'm going to go soon too because I can smell the Barbie. So it's on, and I appreciate the stream. It's been really nice to have you guys in there. I'm going to try to do more live streams here on Gulf Island Rock. Be sure to check out Banana J SSI. That is my... See ya, House. Take care, buddy. All the best to you in the Keystone State. Banana J SSI is my YouTube channel, and Jungle Joe C Video Gates. But Banana J SSI you might like. There's lots of videos on there. Thousands and thousands of videos on there. But anyway, guys. Thanks, Gem State Tropics. You're the man. Go get yourself a beer. hey, Gem State Tropics just gave you $5.
No,
Say thanks to Steven. You know, you. This is Wendy's channel. Say thank you to Steve.
Thank you.
He's in Idaho.
Yeah.
And he's always...
Potato State.
Yeah, but it's Gem State. It's actually the Gem
it's a
State.
gem?
Yeah, well, they call Gem State.
What is a gem?
Gem,
Jewel?
like jewels. Yeah, gems. Yeah, because they have gems there. They have gems there. Yeah. Thanks, man. I totally appreciate it. That's awesome. You made Wendy's day. And you have a good night. And thanks for tuning in. It's a lot of fun chatting with you guys. I'm on Wendy's Android right now. It's just that my computer's not the greatest, so I haven't been doing live streams on my Banana JSSI when my other computer packed it in my laptop. So eventually I do have to get a new computer. Ima. Hey, Ima. Ima, keep it real. I like Ima, keep it real. She's in Florida. And hey, Ima, I appreciate you coming in. Here's Wendy right here. Wendy, say hi.
Hi.
There's Wendy
Yeah,
right
thanks.
there. And Ima,
Nice.
she's in Florida.
Oh, Florida. Nice.
She's in Florida. Yeah, Florida be nice. Have you been to
Yeah.
Florida? You've never been
No,
there?
never
I've been to
been.
Florida.
Never.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe one day.
Yeah, sorry it cut off, Ima. You know what it is? It's the Starlink. And sometimes it dies out. Anyway, thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. I'm going to show you the Starlink right now. where it is. It's on the roof, and hopefully this doesn't die out. It wasn't me leaving you. It was the Starlink right there. That's the Starlink on the roof.